Good morning, friends. Today we will talk about product realization paradigm and mechatronic design process, which is very important point in the unit number 1. In previous lecture, we discussed about various examples in the mechatronics design process. Now, it is important to understand how the mechatronic products are designed, what is the process, what are the steps while designing the mechatronic design process. In previous lecture, we also discussed about which components like mechanical components, which are the important points for designing process. Now, whenever the mechatronics, whenever we are going to design any industrial product, they we have to follow some means it consists of different fields for designing of this product. The engineering products, they frequently involve the components from more than one discipline. Like means whenever we are going to design the any products for the industry, it consists of some knowledge of mechanical engineering. It consists of knowledge of electrical based component engineering or electronic based component engineering. Means the engineer must have the knowledge of more than one field of discipline. Hence, the traditional product realization, it consists of the different it consists of the discipline specific sequential process for designing of the designing and manufacturing of the products. Now, what are the drawbacks of such systems? Means the traditional product realization has drawback that it cost overruns due to the redesign and retooling, because it specifically a traditional design approach specifically consists of only one field. Means most of the components, whenever we are going to design, they are using the mechanical design process. Means now it hence we have to redesign and retooling of that components again and again, and till we will get the expected result. Hence, the better but still deficient approach is that the discipline specific concurrent approach or concurrent process. Means we can use more than one field and we can integrate that both or two or more than two fields, so that we can achieve the accuracy, resolutions, and a number of characteristics for designing of that process. What is the bottleneck of such process? Bottleneck is a suboptimal integration. Integration part is very much important. Suppose we are going to design, we are going to integrate the mechanical based components and electronic based components. Then integration of such component is very much important. What type of sensor you are going to use, what type of transducer you are going to use, what are the specifications, whether they are providing or whether we are converting the electrical signal into we can convert the electrical signal into the mechanical displacement or mechanical motions. That is important point. Hence mechatronic based product realization exploits the it is an integrated process which is dependent on interdisciplinary synergy. Means uh, any mechatronic process, any mechatronic product design, it consists of the integration of interdiscipline synergy. Means interdiscipline synergy means more than one field of engineering we are going to use, and the integration of such to more than one field is very much important, and it depends on that. Before going to that, let's discuss about uh, the sequential or concurrent product realizations. Sequential and discipline-specific concurrent design process for the product realizations are at the base multidisciplinary calling upon the discipline specialist, which is also called a design by discipline. The sequential, that is a sequential product realization consists of designed by the discipline. Means here we are going to design a mechanical system that is known as the plant. Then we have to select the sensors and actuators, and we have to mount that sensors and actuator on the plants. Then we have to design the signal conditioning circuits, various types of converters, amplifiers, transducers, various circuits which are required for signal to perform some operations on the signals. And we also require some power electronic components. Then we have to design and implement the control algorithm using the different like electrical, electronics, microprocessor, microcontroller, or microcomputer based hardware. Means uh, this is the sequential product realization where we have to integrate the more than one field, and we have to follow some steps. We have to integrate more than one field, and we have to implement that design process for development of the product. Is the first the mechanical here mechanical base component design, that is known as a we have to plant, means the whole architecture of your development, that is a plant, means we have to develop one plant. Then after that we have to select different sensors and transducer required as per the measurement characteristics, what type of measurement we are going to do, whether we are going to measure the physical parameter like pressure, force, or temperature. Okay, depending on that we have to select the sensors. Again, where we are going to implement that plant, that is also important. Depending on environmental conditions we have to select our sensors. Then we next part is about the signal conditioning or communication based circuits, where we are going to perform different operation on that signals which are coming from the sensors. Hence, we require different types of amplifiers like operational amplifiers. Some then we require some A to analog to digital converter. Then we require CPU to perform the arithmetic operations, and some power electronic circuit also plays important role in signal conditioning circuit. And then finally we have to use some control algorithm on the control elements. Control elements are hardware, we can say we can use the microprocessor or microcontroller based system, you can use the ARM based system, you can use the uh, PLC based system. Depending on that you have to follow this sequential product. This is known as a sequential product realization, and we have to design the mechatronic based system step by step as per the mention here. Then what is the multidisciplinary or cross, you can say multidisciplinary or cross or interdisciplinary approach. Okay, now this first what we have discussed, in sequential we have to go the step by step, means from designing of plant, selecting of sensors, then selection of sequential circuit. In multidisciplinary approach, the product and processes requires the input from one or more than one discipline, and that can be realized through the following types of interactions. Means here in multi or cross or interdisciplinary approach, the inputs are accepted from the more than one discipline, means some inputs from mechanical components, some inputs from electrical based components, some inputs from computer based, in this computer based system, like means through Wi-Fi or GPS, whatever the signals are coming, means input is not from only one type of one type of component, but means it consists of more than one discipline component, mechanical, electrical, electronic, or computer. Means multidisciplinary, it is an additive process of bringing multiple discipline together to bear problem. Means we are using more than one discipline, one more than one type of uh, engineering discipline components to design and develop that product. In cross-disciplinary, here we are going to use one discipline is examined from the perspective of another discipline. In cross-disciplinary means one discipline we are going to examine from the perspective of another discipline, means suppose mechanical based components. From mechanical based component we are accepting the input, and these inputs are processed through our electronic based components. Means we are going to examine the inputs and we have to convert that into the another in cross disciplinary. Interdisciplinary, here we are going to there is an integrative process, means more than one discipline we are going to integrate that systems which involve two or more disciplines simultaneously to build the problem. Means to solve the or to implement that product, we have to integrate more than one type of discipline, and then we can implement that product. This is known as a uh, multidisciplinary cross or interdisciplinary approach. Now, what is the mechatronics design process? Now mechatronic based product realization, Now, the in this system engineering allows design, analysis, and synthesis of product and processes which involves components from multiple disciplines. Now, this is a mechatronic base. Now, till we have discussed the sequential and multidisciplinary or cross-disciplinary or interdisciplinary approach. But actual mechatronic design process consists of the system engineering, which has in which we are going to follow the steps like designing, analysis of system, synthesis of products and processes, and it will convert which consist of components from the multiple disciplines. The mechatronic exploits system engineering to guide the product realization process from design, model, simulate, analyze, refine, prototype, validate, and deployment cycle. These all terms are we are going to follow in designing of the mechatronic. Means, the mechatronic based system designing it will guide the product realization process from the designing part, designing, modeling, simulation, analyze, refine, prototype, validate, and deployment cycle. In mechatronic based product realization, there are the different fields like mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, computer engineering, information system. These components from all these fields, they are integrated throughout the design process so that that final product can be better than that sum of its parts. Means instead of individually developing the products from mechanical or either electrical or computer based engineering system, we are going to integrate all these systems together, and finally our products which we are going to develop by with the help of mechatronic based system, they play means they are always better uh, instead of the individual products which are developed by the system. Hence, mechatronic system, it is not a simply a multidisciplinary system, or it is not a simply a electromechanical system or a just a control system. Hence, we cannot say that mechatronics is only a combination of two systems, or it is a electromechanical system, or it is a control system. It is a combination of more than one fields. It consists of components from mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, computer engineering, different control algorithms we are going to use control engineering, some parts information system related. Okay, hence this it is a combination. Hence, mechatronic systems, these are interconnections of mechanical and electrical subsystems. Generally, we are using the basically two types of components. Hence, traditional approach designs the mechanical and electrical components separately and interconnected. Traditionally, we are going to interconnect these two components, means from mechanical components and electrical components separately. But this problem has many means traditional approach has many problems like there is a change in original characteristics due to the actual loading and dynamic interactions. Means whenever we are going to interconnect two types of components separately from mechanical and electrical components, there may be the change in the characteristics due to the loading, mechanical load and dynamic interactions. There is a change in operating conditions due to the actual loading and dynamics. Sometimes operating conditions are also going to be changed due to the load. And there is an impedance mismatching due to the independent design. As we are going to design these mechanical and we are going to interconnect the mechanical and electrical components separately, there is a mismatch of impedance. Hence, theory of concurrent engineering is used by the following integrated approach to mechatronic based design. Hence, this is the actual mechatronic design process which we are going to follow. First, modeling or simulation. Second, prototyping. Third, deployment life cycle. First step is recognition of need. Now, in development of this mechatronic based product, for what is the first steps is modeling and simulation. In this modeling and simulation, first is identify the need. What is the need to develop this product? Hence, first stage is designing to identify the need of the system to develop. Hence, need is raised from the existing or prospective customers. Means always need comes from the market and it is raised by our customer. Is to identify the exact need, we have to do some market survey. That is also important because market survey, with the help of market circuit we can identify what is the type of problem. Second, Conceptual design and functional specification. We have to do the conceptual designs as per the customer requirement and what are the functional specifications required. Then next step is first principle modular mathematical modeling. The in This part is very much important, mathematical modeling, because as we are going to integrate the two different systems like mechanical and electrical engineering, mathematical modeling, what is the required force, what is the required pressure, so what type of mechanical component we are going to use, depending on that we have to calculate that force, pressures, and any another mathematical calculations for selection of the components. Hence first principle modular mathematical modeling is required. Then we have to select the sensors and actuator depending on our application. Different sensors and actuators. Okay. Depending on what are the environmental conditions, what are the specifications required for your projects. Then what type of accuracy or resolutions we have to set. Where we are going to use that products, that is also important. Applications are also important. Then once we have selected, again we have to do some mathematical modeling, considering that components also. Then we have to design the control systems. What are the blocks? What is the input block? What will be the processing block, that is known as a communication block, control unit. Then feedback loop, what type of feedback sensor we are going to use. Yes, control system designing with the, it is also important. Then design optimization. Then we have to think about the design optimization, how we can reduce the design, which component we can replace with the help of another components having the same characteristics but based feature we are going. Then this is about the modeling and so these all parts we are going to do. Modeling and simulation mostly we are going to do with the help of nowadays CAD softwares. Different types of CAD softwares are available, like MATLAB, Simulink also available, and most of the softwares where we are going to perform all these modeling simulations. Some parts are we have to do theoretically, then also we have to designer have to mathematical part is a it is a paper and pen based part where we are going to do actual calculations. And then once all these once block diagram, design optimizations, all these steps are ready, means once our design system design is ready, then we are going to think about the prototyping. Prototyping means we are going to actually now implementing that part. Hence we have to perform the hardware in loop simulations by selecting or connecting all these components. Then we have to integrate that components, and we have to implement the hardware. Then again in after implementation, again we have to think about the design optimization, whether we can use another base component or how we can optimize that design. Then we have to think. And then last part is the deployment of that hardware. Once all these steps are ready, then we have to deploy the embedded deployment of that. Yeah, we have to deploy or load the embedded program, or we have to load the embedded software in that hardware, so that it will actually we can perform. And we have to implement that system on the uh, customer locations. This is known as deployment. And then life cycle optimization. Life cycle optimization consists of maintenance and all these require parts, either designer have to carry out or um, to give the uh, continuous outputs for that systems. Yes, this is about mechatronic design process. Means it basically consists of three phases: modeling and simulations, which consist of most important selection of sensor, transducer, mathematical modeling related to the force, pressure, and all these things, and finally design optimization. Then in prototyping we are going to implement with the help of hardware. Then before implementation, again we have to perform some simulation steps whether that hardware will work or not, and then we have to again design optimize the hardware before going to ready that prototype for implementation. Last is the deployment at customer locations. We have to load the program, or we have to load the embedded software before going to deployment at the customer location. And then we have to think about the life cycle optimization. This is about the mechatronic design. Yes, it is important that mechatronic design process is different from the regular or sequential design process because it consists of integration of more than one field. Hence, we must have the knowledge of different fields like mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, electronic engineering, computer or information system and control engineering. And also we have to integrate. Integration part is so much important because if we uh, cannot properly integrate all these hardware and softwares from the different fields, then we cannot achieve our goal or implementation of that product. Means the basic mechanical design process consists of three steps or three pages. First is the modeling and simulation, second is the prototyping, and third is the deployment. Thank you.